Until yesterday, the quest to impeach Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua appeared to have no reverse gear, but chaotic fora to gather public views quickly turned into a referendum on William Ruto's presidency, with many demanding that he should pack his bags and leave alongside his Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua. So today we shall be looking into that and see how the events unfold. Will William Ruto be packing his bags and leave the office alongside his Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua?
Ingekuwa si impeachment, amungeita watu huku. Hatungeitwa leo. Na juu leo mko na shida, mumekumbuka wananchi wa chini. Hata mnatupea masaa ya kuongea na tuko na shida zetu pia. Alafu kabla hizi na hiyo masaa mnasema tutoke hapa 5 kwanza mtupe chakula tushibe.
Friday, the day set aside for a nationwide public participation over whether or not Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua should be impeached, turned out to be a referendum for the entire Kenya Kwanza administration in what played out as an impromptu referendum on the President's William Ruto-led administration. Kenyans who gathered at various designated facilities across 290 constituencies shifted the focus on yesterday's engagement. They directed their fury towards the performance of the Kenya Kwanza administration, where citizens called for the exit from the office of both President William Ruto and Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, as chaos reigned in parts of the country where residents tore their forms and barred some leaders from speaking. Members of parliament who were supposed to drive the process were conspicuously absent.
Kwa majina naitwa Dennis Wanjala kutoka Embakasi East kule Soweto. Mimi kitu ambayo nataka kusema ni hii. Wakati rais na naibu wake wako na shida, watatuletea hii shida yao. Lakini saa hivi tunaongea na nyinyi, Adani imechukua airport. Vile tunaongea na nyinyi, NHIF watu wanaenda hospitali wanashindwa kutibiwa. Lakini kitu nataka kusema, I have never seen stupid MPs who can go to the parliament at MP.
Until yesterday, was it clear that President William Ruto was not in reverse gear in his quest to impeach Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua. The president has kept silent as his allies in parliament lynched his deputy and overwhelmingly supported the tabling of a motion to impeach embattled Gachagua. All indications show that Dr. William Ruto is involved in his Deputy President ouster, and he is either pushing it or Kenya Kwanza's members of parliament have his nod. The events of yesterday's nationwide public participation exercise, which saw the various fora turn into a public impeachment of the head of state, must have left Ruto wondering if hosting his deputy was the best move. Across the country, the masses demanded that Ruto should follow Gachagua out, once again highlighting the public discontent with the Kenya Kwanza administration. The president faces the dilemma of whether to sustain the impeachment and risk sparking a political storm that may consume him, or to shelve it and endure a chaotic presidency for the rest of his term.
Ameoa bibi yake ni wa kanisa. Gachagua ameoa pastor. Sasa kama watu wa kanisa hawasikizani, sisi watu ambao kuokoka inakuwaga kizungumkuti, tutafuata nani? Kwa sababu unajua wale ambao wameokoka wanatakikana kutuonyesha ya kwamba wanakaa mzuri, ili tuone ya kwamba kuna biguni baada ya hapa. Sasa kama wao wanapigana, mimi ninaona ya kwamba biguni ina shida. Mimi nimeona biguni kuna shida kubwa, kwa sababu Biblia inasema ya kwamba mpende jirani yako kama alafu inasema wawili hawezi enda njia moja kabla hawajakubaliana. Tuambie hao wawili walikosania wapi?
As observers have noted, the president can save his deputy by calling off the MP's assault on him. He has an iron grip on parliament where his word has often been low. When Mount Kenya lawmakers previously wanted to impeach Gachagua, he met them and asked them to drop the plans. Months ago, he summoned his allies in Parliament at State House to announce some concessions on the unpopular Finance Bill 2024 and withdrew the bill amid mounting public pressure, despite remarks by Kenya Kwanza MPs that they would not have accepted to drop the impeachment even if Ruto had requested so. It is obvious they would, and hence the pressure on them by politicians, the public and the clergy to iron out their differences, but such a move appears unlikely given the lengths the pair has gone to rip each other apart. Over the last few weeks, Gachagua has publicly criticized his boss, opening up about his frustration to the media and the government's shortcomings. On the other hand, Ruto is pushing for the most severe punishment for his debut impeachment. Dropping the motion is still an option within reach for the head of state, and it could result in improved relationship between Ruto and Gachagua. Instead, they had recently patched up things in the wake of the youth-led uprising that brought Ruto to his knees. The president and his deputy had fought bitter before they emerged at the State House alongside Prime Cabinet Secretary Salim Davadi to announce the appointment of a new cabinet. Shelving the impeachment also promises tough times for the president. Since he becomes DP, Gachagua has tried to popularize his claim to the Mount Kenya throne. It is unlikely that he will end his quest to succeed former President Uhuru Kenyatta in Mount Kenya. Ruto has criticized his deputy's political activities, saying it was too soon to start campaigns for the 2027 election. Ruto could still decide to let MPs impeach Gachagua, which could hurt the former political hold of Mount Kenya. The president has been losing ground in the region that overwhelmingly voted for him in 2022 elections. The head of state has seemed hopeful that he can save some of his support from the region and is believed to be scouting central Kenya for Gachagua's replacement. Among those in line to succeed, the DP includes Interior Cabinet Secretary Kithure Kindiki and Kirinyaga Governor Anne Waiguru. Ruto is also exploring other regions such as Nyanza and Western Kenya. He is banking on his broad-based partnership with former Prime Minister Raila Odinga. Together they have initiated Gachagua's impeachment and look likely to succeed. Without a solid footing in Mount Kenya, Gachagua's ousting will potentially weaken the head of state, who will find himself significantly dependent on Raila's support if he is to secure a second term in office. Ruto is not letting the former premier go and has been tagging him along everywhere he goes, amid fears that Raila could ditch the president if he loses the African Union Commission chairman-person position next February. President William Ruto's Kenya Kwanza administration efforts to rally public support for the impeachment bid against Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua ran into hurdles after yesterday's public participation has turned into chaotic as proponents ran into hostile grounds in several counties. What would have been an expression of views from Kenyans over Gachagua's conduct turned into disapproval of President William Ruto's leadership in Mount Kenya, western parts of Rift Valley and parts of Nyanza. Residents describe the exercise as a move in futility and misplaced priorities for countries that is grappling with several wars and controversies that are yet to be resolved. In some places, angry youth stormed the venue of the public participation exercise and demanded it stops, arguing that an impeachment motion should have included the president himself. Others expressed permissive over the prospects of their views being considered in the final support, arguing that the exercise was predetermined.